Hello YouTube, welcome back. I'm Ubershark and today we're doing some Forza Motorsport GT3. We are racing at Atlanta and this is probably one of the worst races I've ever had. By far. We're starting in 5th place, driving the Audi R8. My buddy Aventador is behind me, also in the R8. And turn 1, being a massacre like always. Lose a position, gain 1, and then the Lamborghini has a little bit of a weird accident up here, which causes the Aston to ghost, and we get to just kind of drive on through, which is pretty nice. That's probably the only nice thing that we're going to have this entire race, because from this point going forward, everything goes downhill. The Aston Martin driver behind me was extremely impatient. He does not like having cars in front of him. That's one thing I learned. And already right there, you can see it just gets messy. He wants to overtake every opportunity. Every time there's a slight chance that he could get by you, he takes it. And it creates quite an interesting race to watch. But when you're actually in the car, it is horrifying because he just won't race you cleanly. I don't know. Another bump there, and you can kind of see behind in the mirror a McLaren is caught up to us, and going down this straight you can see he's just bumping me, which allows the McLaren to catch up, and he kind of starts sneaking by. Now going into turn 1 into this technical S-bit, the Aston actually lets the McLaren through, and that pisses him off, so he decides to just nosedive and go off. And you're probably wondering, that had to be track limits. Well, I went back and I checked. And you can see in turn 1, he nosedives trying to get the position over both of us, loses it, lets the McLaren through, gives him a little kiss on the way out, and gets even more frustrated and decides to just send it, and it's subjective for sure, but it looked off to me. He wasn't penalized, and I'm just stuck behind both of them now. Now, as we continue to follow them, they don't really pull away, as we almost die there, but they don't pull away because the Aston just cannot stop bumping. Going into this turn right here, for an example, just sends it again and just bumps him, shoves him wide, allows me to even get a better exit than them. I catch the slipstream of both of their cars, which normally I'd go perfect. Easy overtakes right here. We're going to fly in the 2nd place. But this isn't a fairy tale. This is Forza. And he's not going to let me have any of that. Brakes really late, bumps me again. I don't know what it was. I know it wasn't turning perfectly there. I don't know this track super well. I'm still learning, but he was willing to kill me, and right here I have to let off because he was about to send me off into the wall there. But I'm still up there with them until right here, the Acura behind just completely sends it on the inside for a double overtake and takes me out of the race. Completely takes me out. It's fine, because it's only lap 3, so we'll be fine. 3rd to 9th isn't the end of the world, but it kind of is. Going forward, we're still in a nice battle with this Mercedes, but you can tell we're both frustrated. We're not racing well, and I follow him for about the entire lap, but he kind of messes up on this last bit, which allows me to really reel him in, and I'm just tucking behind him, getting ready to get a full send here, but well, doesn't go the way you'd want it to. I get the overtake and it looks nice and clean, but going to this technical bit, it gets messy again, and it could be me. I might just not know the track well enough, but he starts bumping, which isn't the end of the world, but unfortunately going down the hill, he tries to send it and it just doesn't work for him, and he turns into the wall. I apologize, Mr. Mercedes. Hopefully it wasn't my fault. I got a penalty for it, but it was kind of light. I don't know. And to make it even worse, I could not drive. As we're rounding out lap 4, I just could not get this sector right and almost completely ruined the race. But kind of save it. Looking at the top left of the corner, looking at all the times, the gaps aren't amazing, but it looks like we could have a chance here. But if we just have a small jump of 15 laps, you can tell that was not the case. The gaps have gotten much worse. But I don't I don't know what to say. It might not be my best track. I'm still learning the R8. I don't know. But it was awful. I could not figure out the line, even though I have the line on. I just couldn't figure it out. And when the tires were cooked, I was even worse. I'm just sliding, constantly looking like I'm gonna completely destroy myself. But I need some practice. Now, jumping ahead to the last lap, clearly not gonna change positions. So I'm getting a little lazy here, and I decide to make it a little interesting and make it worse and slide off. So at this point in the race, you can't even be upset about the things that happen at the start, but my goodness. If I went into this race with a good safety rating, it's gone now. It's gone now. But we're able to finish, unfortunately only in 6, but to make it even worse, 2nd and 3rd are the guys that hit me, which sucks because the NSX that destroyed me got 0 penalty. But it is what it is. It's just for fun, I guess. If you made it this far in the video, I'd really appreciate if you dropped a like if you did like it, or even consider subscribing. Anyways, I'll see you guys next week. See you later.